So we have a big week coming up this weekend, of course, as everybody knows. Tomorrow night is Purim, exciting day. Then we have Shabbos, Parshas Ki Sisa, also Shabbos Parshas Parah. Lots going on the next few days in Eretz Yisrael. Purim Mishulash. It's really, really exciting times. So we're going to have to focus in on one thing, and I chose this year to focus in on a very special message from the Nesivos Shalom about Purim. And the Gemara in Masechet Megillah, Daf Zayin Amud Beis, tells us, a Gemara that of course everybody knows, Chayav inish levesume bepuraya ad lo yada bein arur Haman levaruch Mordechai. That a person should become intoxicated on Purim up to the point that he does not know the difference between Arur Haman and Baruch Mordechai. So if you think about it, and this is really the Nesivos Shalom thinking about it, so we're thinking about the same thing right now, it's really one of the most unbelievable aspects and one of the most unbelievable things about Purim. Because let's be honest, let's boil it down to what is Purim. Purim is such a great and such a holy day, and in so many ways a person could accomplish so much on Purim. In one way, Purim, we know Yom Kippurim, that Purim is like Yom Kippur in some ways. So if a person has to ask for forgiveness, a person wants to accomplish something, want to daven to Hashem, you could come as close to Hashem on Purim as you would on Yom Kippur. So in one way, it's that way. But in another way, Yom Kippur is also like, Purim is also like Kabbalah HaTorah. How's it like Kabbalah HaTorah? We know, we're going to read in the Megillah, Kimu v'kiblu ha'Yehudim, kimu masha kiblu kvar, that on the Purim, we were mekabel the Torah willingly. So even more than by Kabbalah HaTorah. So we're being mekabel the Torah. It's like Yom Kippur. And it's also, besides, on top of all of that, it's the time of the great mitzvah of Mechias Amalek, to rid the world of Amalek, to rid the Amalek from within ourselves too. It's a day that is mesugel for Mechias Amalek. Amalek being the nation and the people and the Amalek of the world, which technically today we don't really have the capability or the knowledge of who's Amalek, what's Amalek, but still, it's that day. But it's certainly a day of ridding the Amalek within ourselves, that Yetzer Hara that tries to cool us off, slow us down, all those kind of things. It's a very auspicious day for that too. So we keep on piling on here all the different special things and about Purim, and with that also we have the Bein Adam Lachaveroi. Tremendous mitzvah of tzedakah, where you have the opportunity, a mitzvah, to help another yid, and not just somebody who you think you checked out. We don't check Purim. Purim, we know anybody who sticks out their hand to you, anybody who's needy, who comes, we give them. And so all these things, Sai Kabbalah HaTorah, Sai Yom Kippur, Sai Mechias Amalek, Sai the mitzvah of tzedakah, all these things really, as with anything else that we're serious about, they require Yishuv Hadas. They require Yishuv Hadas, that a person should be in your right mind. You should be thinking in the right matzav of mind the entire day. We have to go about things in such a thoughtful and methodical and a calm way, because we don't want to miss any of these opportunities. So how exactly does that jive with drinking? Chayav inish levesume bepuraya. How does that jive? All these serious aspects of Purim. It should be the most serious day of the year. How does it jive with drinking and getting drunk and losing your mind a little bit? So just a little waiver, an important message, of course. We're not speaking over here. We're not discussing about people that get drunk and get wild, where a guy drinks and acts like a banana, and he hurts other people, and he damages other people's property, damages somebody's feelings, even worse. We're not discussing that, because that is, of course, without question, that is totally, totally usur gamar. person's not allowed to be over any averis on Purim. You're not allowed to be mavatel any mitzvahs on Purim. So that's totally inappropriate and it's uncalled for. So that we're not discussing that. We're not trying to tell people here to act and behave that way. But even, think about it, but even to lose your mind a little bit, that you confuse Baruch Mordechai and Oror Haman, how do we do that when it's Yom Kippur and Kabbalah Satira and all the mitzvahs Hayom and Tzedakah, everything rolled up, it's all wrapped up into one? How do we go about doing that? So Nesivos Shalom says a beautiful thought. He says, first off, you have to read the Gemara. That's what we always tell people. When you learn something, before we move on to the Mefarshim and explanation, everything, you have to read the Gemara. The Gemara says, Chayav inish levesume b'puraya. It says that you should become intoxicated about Purim. On Purim, it doesn't say levesume b'yayin, that you should guzzle wine until you smash and you have no idea what's going on. What you should do is you should become drunk b'puraya on Purim itself, on the tremendous, you're drunk with the holiness and the precious opportunities that we have on Purim. That alone is so uplifting and so intoxicating. This is your like yearly chance. So we become intoxicated. We become unbelievably moved by the amazing amount that we could accomplish on this day of Purim. And then the Nesivos Shalom adds a beautiful thought and a lesson that every one of us, it's really kedai for everybody to listen to. And he says like this: there are times in life, and everyone has both ways. So let me just say that before I begin saying what he says. There are times in life where Hashem grants a person an open heart and an open mind, and you feel like it's easy to do Avodas Hashem, things are going well, and you create this ability to feel close to Hashem. There are times that people find it easier than others. You find it easy that you feel connected, very 21st century room, right? You feel, you feel connected, that now you are able easily to connect to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You're close. Those times, says in the Nesivos Shalom, are called Baruch Mordechai times, where everything's blessed. Whatever you touch turns to gold. You daven, you feel close to Hashem. You learn, you mamish feel connected. You're growing, beruchnius. That's times of Baruch Mordechai. Then, there are those times that every person has at times in their life where it's a bit dark. It's not as easy. It's not perfect. Not everything's going geschmiert. Not everything's going excellent. You feel a bit disconnected and estranged from Hashem. No matter what you do, you're trying to daven, you're trying to learn, you don't feel that connection easily. The ruchnius and the gashmius parts of your life, they leave you a little bit searching for Hashem, and you're having a bit of a tough time connecting. Those times, says the Nesivos Shalom, are called Oror Haman times, where you feel mamish, whatever you do and wherever you go, it's just not working so well. It's not flowing. I'm not growing the way I want to. I'm not connected the way I want to. Those are called times of Oror Haman. And definitely very tough times for every Yid, when a Yid feels that way. You feel like everything that you do is weighing you down a little bit. It's just not going easily. You feel a little bit lost. So says in the Nesivos Shalom, we tell you that on Purim, Chayav inish levesume b'puraya ad lo yada, until you do not know what? The difference between the Baruch Mordechai times of your life and the Oror Haman parts of your life. That on Purim, we should have such a simcha on Purim, where we understand and we realize that the times of Oror Haman, and many, many people can look back in their lives and you think, oh, I thought at that point in my life when I lost my chavrusa, my this, my that, they didn't take me into this yeshiva, they didn't allow me to go here, I wasn't accepted in this base medrash, I had to take a faher here, there, everything's over, you're never going to grow, and you see that Hashem takes care of you. But Purim is the time to focus on that the Oror Haman and the Baruch Mordechai are all the same. Hashem loves you the same. He loves you always. We know the halacha, Masechta Kedushin. The Gemara tells us, Masechta Kedushin, Daf Lamed Vav, Amud Aleph, that ben kach nikru uvanim. No matter where we're holding, if we're holding in the times of that we're doing mitzvahs all day, or unfortunately sometimes the other way, where we're not being the best that we can, the Gemara tells us, the halach is like Rab Meir, who says that we are always considered banim. We are always considered the children of Hashem. You are a ben melech, you're a prince, no matter what your matzav is. And no one can ever change that. And on Purim, we come to the shleimus with Hashem, that every matzav is really the same. A nisoyim sent your way is a nisoyim being sent from Hashem. You don't feel it right now. You don't feel how great things are right now. But Hashem is sending it to you personally, tailor-made for you, so you can grow. That you could take that nisoyim. Yes, everybody, you have your ups, you have your downs, but Hashem is standing with us, and we stand with Hashem through everything. And that is the message of Purim, that we're not supposed to know the difference or think about on Purim the differences between the times of our lives, the Or Haman or the Baruch Mordechai. On Purim, we don't lose our minds being drunk where we're unrecognizable and we act inappropriately. That's not what we do. On Purim, we have such a simcha that we can't miss the holiness and the opportunities. What we do is we lose on Purim. What we do lose is we lose our year-round mindset, where when things are not going so well, we're focused on that. We realize who we really are and what Hashem really is to us. And that's the important message. I'm not telling anyone that they can't have a good time and they can't be besimcha and they can't have the wine make them besimcha. But don't forget this message, that you don't know the difference. Everything. Thank you, Hashem, for everything in my life. Thank you, because if I don't see it's good, I will know it's good soon. Hashem loves you, and He's a mativ, and He's constantly look around, appreciate the things that you do have, appreciate what Hashem is constantly sending your way. And with those lessons of Purim, we're going to grow. We'll come out on the other side of Purim. We'll be different people. We'll appreciate. We'll have the bitachon, the emunah. We'll understand our relationship with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Chayiv inish levesume b'puraya. Remember that this is a tremendous opportunity for so many mitzvahs and so many ideas. Use your Purim. Become a different person from Purim. And we should all be zoiche, Emir Hashem, to get what we should and what we want to out of Purim, and should help each and every one of us grow into better people. Afreilach in Purim, Agit Shabbos. Remember to respect the Shabbos. Remember when it comes close to the Shabbos on Friday Purim, remember that we had that Shabbos is Kedusha, and we have to bench, and we have to daven, and we have to do things. Don't give up on any of the wonderful mitzvahs that come your way.